guys, and welcome to Star Trek Online. My name is Viperbane, and I will be having a look at what is Star Trek Online. It's a game that is free to play, it's multiplayer, and at the moment we're playing a battleground. Well, it's more like a PvP zone where you engage the Borg and try to defeat various objectives. I can unfortunately not say that I have discovered much of PvP so far into the game, and I've been playing this game for about 20 to 24 hours. So, well, here we get shipped into a new zone, and it sounds as if the background sound is really loud. I do not know if that's the case or not, but it sure sounded that that guy was on fire. I am going to see what we can be doing here. As I said, this is an objective-based daily quest map, and your objectives are to scan 8 of these. And it is team-based, so the more people you have with you, the easier it is to complete this mission. Now, you can choose 2 options of doing this. You can either try and sneak around and fly around the zone and discover one of these that isn't as heavily guarded. As a level 19 ship, if you put it that way, I have no issues taking out 3 drones like this around one of these cubes. I have to recharge a little bit, and then I'm back into the game. One of these spheres, however, is about as hard hitting as one of the, 3 of those drones. So you have to be a little bit cautious and a little bit mindful. What can I say about the game so far then? Well, it's surprising to be free at this level. It gives you pretty much anything you want, and you don't really have to spend real world money for the in-game purchases. But if you are impatient, you can sort of defeat this game in just a matter of days. You can get the highest level and have the biggest, meanest ship there is. Ooh, that was a nasty combo. 1 sphere and 3 drones. That's going to be a little bit too much for my ship. Let's see if we can't get in on this one. Let's cruise the speed down. So what do you get for your real world hard-earned money? You get ships, obviously. Well, reduce down and get in here. You can buy various ship uniforms, so what your crew will be dressing up in. So they will manage to scan one of these and not having to go into combat. Curses. Nope, I managed to get out of it, and he doesn't have a steep climb as I do. So, we got one of them there. What was I talking about? Yeah. Oh, of course, in-game uniforms and stuff. These are the things you can buy with the really heavy and expensive Zens, as they're called. This kind of currency. The Zeds. I think it's the same kind of currency across all these games that Ark produced, so the Neverwinter, and they have another really big one that is out there at the moment. But it's the same kind of currency, it seems to be sort of the same system. In this game you can of course collect these Dilithium crystals. Clicked on the wrong one, I should open my asset inventory. These you can collect by completing quests and whatnot, but when you want to transfer or change them into the Zens, you can do so at the auction house. And at this server, if you can call it that, the exchange rate is currently at 151 dilithiums for 1 Zen. So if you would like the biggest ship, this pack with all these cool looking ships, you're gonna have to have 10,000 Zens. So that's about 1.5 million dilithiums. You can get dilithium without really having to do too much, so the crew you have on your ship you can actually send out on passive missions and you get a little bit of dilithium crystals here and there. You can of course do this one, which is a daily, as I said, a PvP in the loosest sense of the matter. And for this I get, we'll see here, war zones, I get 1,440 dilithiums for this, but it's a daily quest that is repeatable about every 20 hours. So, in order for you to manage to rack up the 1.5 million dilithiums required to get the coolest, biggest ships and whatnot, it will take you a little time. Do I mind such a stuff like it's taking time when you play an online an MMO game? Not at all. I like to have something where I have put a little bit of time and effort in, but I do sort of object to the fact that if I had the money to spend some 200-300 euros to buy all the Zeds I need, then this game would be over for me in a matter of days. It would take no time at all to go to the maximum level to be able to get the most expensive ships and whatnot. And after that, it would be a matter of a little bit of exploration of the universe and see what they have, but it wouldn't be this way where I have to struggle a little bit, where I'm not sure if I can afford to do a more difficulty level or a higher difficulty level on mission. Because the missions in this game is based around their difficulty level. So if you play the game normally, nothing really happens, you rarely die. Sometimes your ships you will get your behind kicked. But you don't sustain any real damage as such. If you play on the medium level, which I think they call hard, damage to your ship has to be repaired because you will not be as fast or as powerful, or your shields will fail more quickly if you don't have your ship in the top shape. The same goes for your crew members, where you can sustain like real world damage, just to say like what they under attack. I don't think he likes me. Oh, he was attacking something else. Or was he attacking me? No, he's after me. Yes, you can sustain damages that are difficult to... makes the mission more difficult, I should say. Sort of kind of like a footballer or something that has to rest if they tore a ligament or something. So that's stuff you have to consider when you play the game, and at the hardest level you will be facing some serious challenges. And you will lose crew and a loss of the energy credit. Energy credits. This is what you sell and trade junk that you receive from. So if you see my inventory here, I have a start tribble that I can sell. It's therapeutical, so it heals my landing party crew. But other stuff here you can sell off, and you can get energy credit for them. The energy credits are pretty much useless other than just to repair your ship. You can get some stuff off the auction house, but I haven't really seen much stuff so far into the game, I must add, that's been worth using the energy credit for. I don't seem to have any trouble building up energy credit at all. And a regrettable fact of any online game is that they have the spams and the bots. And the I see the spam bots for these energy crystals things or energy credits. They seem to be selling them by the millions for no money at all. So I'm not really sure if there is any real point in having energy credits. So far I haven't managed to spend that much of it, so it's not like in World of Warcraft where there is only one currency. I think that's explained the currency levels. So I've shown you a little bit about the combat, which is another feature I like, especially space combat. And if we can we can see these guys a little bit from height, you see that this enemy up here has a circle around them, and it's just dropped its front shield that faces you as Blake. Which means that it's wide open to missile attacks and whatnot. It's more easy to destroy. Blake, unfortunately, yeah, he got killed there. But the circle you see around ships, they serve a purpose, because this is... So, you fight in all of the spaces, So you have to be mindful whether or not you have your enemy on your right hand side, left hand side, front or back. It doesn't pay too much attention on whether it's up or down. So let's engage this enemy and hopefully I won't get my behind kicked. Combat range or effective combat range is 10 kilometers. And this one's been chasing me all over the map, so I think it's about time to kick his behind. Here we go, within 10 kilometers, and then it's just fire at will. As you can see now, we're facing each other, and he's eating up on my front shield here. You can see him down here that he's eating away. But if I'm turning away, he's suddenly going to have to attack another shield, so it's not as easy for him to get through. I really hope I've set the audio levels correct here, because it sounds quite loud. We seem to have a little bit of reinforcement here. As I say, you can be two people attacking one of these things, just to get rid of them a little bit quicker. And there we go. And they drop some kind of loot every now and then. Not all the time. Also, the afterblast damages your ship, so be quite careful. Let's send out a little bit of frequency modulation. Right, I'm going to check this sound system here and hopefully it's not too bad. What was that? There. Let's drop the FX volume down a little bit. I do apologize if there was a little bit too much noise going on there during the combat and you couldn't hear what I was saying. I have been trying to fix this audio system on my new computer for a while, but with some luck I should be up and running again really soon with really nice audio and whatnot. So now we're in the second part of this PvP battle, and depending on the team you have with you, this goes really quick. People just dive in, scan these pods, and then it's time to destroy these repair hulks. So let's dive in for this one, and hopefully I won't be in a good angle. There we go. Oh, he is already dead. Wow, my missiles really took it out. This is where you need to be careful, however, because these big cubes, they can hit you for insane amounts of damage. Let's see if I can't sneak around and get this repair cube. Oh, here we have one. Just spawn. That's absolutely brilliant. Let's reinforce the guys with some more shield frequency modulation. It sounds a little bit less now, so I do apologize if the first battle was a little bit too noisy. I will improve this in the future when pre-scan the games and everything. I just do this because I wanted to put a little bit of highlight on this game because I really enjoy it. This is going to hurt. Well, quest done here, and I've shown you one of these battle maps. So let's increase the speed and get out of here before I get toasted. I think I'm quite far away from most people. Right. My shields didn't take too much of damage there, but they were too busy to fight off the other guys. Alright. So let's see. Well, what more is there to say about this game? Yes, I started playing this game actually on my laptop, and surprisingly enough, it doesn't take up too much of your computer. Although you will not be playing it with this kind of level of detail, but you will have no issues playing the game whatsoever on the lower resolution and a weaker computer. That's one of the things I really find good with a game like this. There are very few games nowadays that focus on letting everybody play. It's only if you have a computer that is really strong. So if you like a game that will give you a little bit of play, a little bit of challenge, because trust me, putting this up to more difficult level will really challenge you and you will take a pounding. Then again, you do get higher rewards for playing missions at a higher difficulty rating, but if you only play to play a little bit casual, then you don't want to do the more difficult games, because to be perfectly honest, the only difference I noticed between the normal and the hard is that at hard it takes a little longer to destroy the enemy, which means that you have to spend 5-10 more minutes trying to kill one ship, whereas you kill one ship in 10-15 seconds on a fresh attack in the normal mode. So it's a good game in that balance, that you can do it. If it's casual, you keep it on normal level and you can do the quest, you can do the missions, you can do your PvP. And if you want more challenge and you have more time, do try the more difficult settings, because it's a challenge and there are very, very few games that can provide that. Regrettably, this is a game that offers a lot of in-game purchases, so the difficulty rating is only applicable in a sense to those that refuses to pay real world money to buy the biggest, baddest ship, the hardest hitting weapons, the best crew with the most epic level and gear and whatnot. But if you're more than happy to have a game that offers you challenge, do try this one out. My name's been Viperbane. You have hopefully subscribed to this channel. If not, please do. Hit like and subscribe, give me comments, and let me know what games you would like to see in the future. Until next time, guys, peace out.